Timeline hangover. After their chaotic multiverse adventure, Deadpool finds himself in a slightly altered version of his reality. His favorite places are gone, his friends don't remember him, and even his costume is slightly off-color. Meanwhile, Wolverine is hiding in the Canadian wilderness, haunted by memories of variant deaths. Both are under surveillance by the TVA, who have tagged them as uncontained anomalies. Deadpool keeps glitching through timelines due to residual effects of timeline hopping. Wolverine tries to stay off the radar, but he's drawn in a conflict when a mutant child is abducted. Unknown to both, a new threat watches from across dimensions, Dr. 𝗲𝗏𝗡𝗄. Dr. 𝗲𝗏𝗡𝗄 unveiled. Dr. 𝗲𝗏𝗡 is a time-bending geneticist obsessed with creating the perfect mutant. He's splicing DNA from different timelines to form a super soldier. His main targets: Deadpool's regenerative ability and Wolverine's adamantium-enhanced rage. 𝗲𝗏𝗡𝗄 creates terrifying hybrid versions of Deadpool and Wolverine called Omega variants. To perfect them, he needs the Prime versions. He unleashes 𝗍𝗓𝗋𝗋, the first complete fusion, into their timeline. Meanwhile, TVA agents are mysteriously disappearing, hacked by 𝗲𝗏𝗡𝗄's tech. 𝗍𝗓𝗋𝗋𝗋 attacks. Wolverine's mountain retreat is destroyed by 𝗍𝗓𝗋𝗋's ambush. During a brutal fight, Wolverine is overpowered by the hybrid's speed and precision. Deadpool crashes in with a homemade jetpack and distracts 𝗍𝗓𝗋𝗋 with fireworks and profanity. The hybrid retreats after collecting a DNA sample from Wolverine. Deadpool jokes about being the handsome rescue, but Wolverine isn't amused. They decide to track 𝗍𝗓𝗋𝗋 and stop whatever's coming. Deadpool insists they need help from someone who owes him a favor: the TVA encounter. The duo infiltrates a TVA black site to access temporal logs on 𝗲𝗏𝗡𝗄. They encounter Miss Minutes, who now glitches between helpful AI and killer hologram. Deadpool distracts her with flirtation while Wolverine downloads classified data. They escape, chased by TVA bots, only to land in the middle of a collapsing timeline. The data reveals 𝗲𝗏𝗋𝗃's base exists in the temporal fracture zone, a volatile region of space-time. They need a specific, the Western Wasteland. The pair jumps into a desolate Western-themed timeline to find the Nexus Beacon. They're caught in a mutant hunter shootout led by Sheriff Cable, a hardened variant. Deadpool and Wolverine save the townspeople, including a young girl with time-stopping powers. Cable reluctantly gives them the beacon after a tense standoff and some heartfelt talk. Deadpool steals a mutant pony named 𝗏𝗏𝗏 and rides into the portal. Cable warns them. 𝗲𝗏𝗋𝗃 is hunting all versions of them, and his army is growing. They disappear into the next jump, unaware they're being watched. Future shock. The next timeline is a futuristic dystopia ruled by 𝗲𝗏𝗋𝗃's Omega variants. Mutants are enslaved, and the X-Men never existed here. Wolverine sees a monument of himself, with a plaque reading "The First Betrayer." Deadpool jokes to cope, but it's clear Wolverine is shaken. They liberate a small group of rebels, led by a variant of Jean Grey. Jean tells them 𝗲𝗏𝗋𝗃 is planning a multiversal convergence to rewrite mutant history. They decide to help the Resistance and strike 𝗲𝗏𝗋𝗃's forward base. Assault on Base Zeta. Wolverine leads the charge while Deadpool distracts guards with musical bombs. Inside the base, they find dozens of failed hybrid experiments, half alive and tortured. Deadpool grows surprisingly serious, expressing guilt over how much of his DNA was used. 𝗲𝗏𝗋𝗃 appears via hologram and taunts them, revealing he's created over 100 Omega variants. One of the experiments, 𝗓𝗋𝗋, begs Wolverine to end its suffering. Wolverine obliges, but weighs on him. They plant explosives and flee just as the base self-destructs. Enter 𝗍𝗓𝗋𝗋 Supreme. 𝗍𝗓𝗋𝗋 returns, upgraded with the Nexus Beacon stolen back. He defeats Wolverine easily and teleports Deadpool into a memory loop prison. Inside his mind, Deadpool relives his worst memories: Vanessa's death, the Weapon X torture, and the loss of the X-Force. Wolverine is held in stasis and forced to watch alternative timelines where he becomes the villain. Jean Grey and the rebels devise a plan to hack the Nexus Beacon. 𝗕𝗿𝗂𝗃 and a technomutant named Glitch help Jean enter Deadpool's mind. They free Deadpool just in time as 𝗧𝗪𝗃 begins merging realities. The broken realms. The universe fractures. Multiple realities bleed into one another. Dinosaurs, cyberpunk cities, zombie Avengers. Wolverine fights a zombified Sabretooth, while Deadpool is chased by a horde of Lokis. They rescue other surviving mutants from shattered realms and bring them to Jean's stronghold. 𝗧𝗪𝗃 begins activating the convergence engine atop his fortress in the time abyss. With only hours left, the group assembles a multiversal X team with alternate Cyclops, Beast, and Storm. Deadpool gives a bizarre, inspirational speech that actually works. Everyone prepares for the final assault. The time abyss. 𝗧𝗪𝗃's fortress exists in a collapsing funnel of time, past, present, and future colliding. Getting there means jumping between unstable portals across dying timelines. Wolverine and Deadpool fight through layers of chaos. Baby Thanos daycares, ancient Rome, and World War II battlefields. They arrive at the outer ring, guarded by 𝗕𝗏𝗃 and a giant time beast named 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗏𝗃. Wolverine slices off one of its heads while Deadpool rides another like a rodeo clown. The team disables the beacon long enough to breach the inner sanctum. But 𝗧𝗪𝗃 is waiting, with reality itself as his weapon. The ultimate battle. 𝗧𝗪𝗃 reveals his true form. Merged with timeline energy, he's now 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗏𝗃. He manipulates time mid-battle, reversing Wolverine's strikes, freezing Deadpool's healing, and looping attacks. Wolverine manages to wound 𝗧𝗪𝗃, but is trapped in a time stasis. Deadpool uses his meta-awareness to talk directly to the audience, asking for their help. Suddenly, reality breaks, and an army of alternate Deadpools floods in. Samurai Pool, Pirate Pool, Baby Pool. Together, they distract 𝗧𝗪𝗃 long enough for Jean and 𝗕𝗿𝗃𝗃 to sever his temporal control. Wolverine breaks free with a rage-fueled roar. 𝗕𝗏𝗃's redemption. 𝗕𝗏𝗃 battles Wolverine one final time. Raw, intense, and emotional. As they fight, 𝗕𝗏𝗃's Deadpool side begins glitching, whispering jokes and regrets. Wolverine talks to it, acknowledging the pain, offering peace instead of death. 𝗕𝗏𝗃 hesitates and stabs 𝗧𝗪𝗃 instead, turning against his creator. 𝗧𝗪𝗃 retaliates by destroying 𝗕𝗏𝗃 in a time implosion. The act disrupts the convergence engine permanently. Reality begins to collapse. Only one of them can stay behind to stabilize it. Deadpool's choice. Wolverine insists on staying, but Deadpool stops him. "This is my mess. Let me fix it. For once, let me be the hero." They share a final handshake, reluctant respect at last. Deadpool uses the remaining temporal core to manually overload the engine. He vanishes in a flash of white light, cracking a final joke about unicorns and tacos. The timelines realign. The collapse stops. Deadpool is gone, maybe forever. Aftermath. Wolverine wakes up in a fixed timeline where mutants are known, but not hunted. Jean and others survived and rebuilt Xavier's school. Storm leads the X-Men. Peace seems possible at last. Wolverine walks through the halls, thinking of Deadpool. A student wears a Deadpool hoodie, calling him a legend. Wolverine smiles faintly, but remains distant. Something still feels off. The 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗃. In Canada, a lone food truck served 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗃 with a strange note, for Logan from Wade. The owner vanishes before anyone can ask questions. A red glove is seen tossed near the trash. TVA logs detect a phantom anomaly, hopping timelines again. Deadpool might be gone, or he might be playing the longest joke in history. Wolverine leaves quietly, a glimmer of hope in his eyes. The screen fades to black. Post-credit scene number 1. In an unknown timeline, Deadpool opens his eyes in front of the Beyonder. "You broke too much, Wade. Now it's time for a bigger game." Deadpool looks around at other variants. Blade, Ghost Rider, even a version of Spider-Man in black suit. Are we the new team, or just the deadliest rejects? Beyonder smirks. Secret Wars is coming. Deadpool looks straight at the camera. "Told you I wasn't done." Post-credit scene number 2. Back in the TVA, Mobius finds a corrupted file marked Pool 𝗪𝗃. Inside is footage of Laura Kinney, 𝗪𝗃, teaming up with a young Deadpool variant. They're fighting side by side on a cosmic pirate ship. Mobius raises an eyebrow. We're gonna need a bigger office. Cut to black with the sound of swords clashing and Deadpool giggling. Title: Deadpool Legacy appears. Fans lose their minds. Marketing madness, meta segment. The final segment is a fake-in movie trailer narrated by Deadpool. He mocks Disney, teases Wolverine's musicals, and parodies Marvel intros. He promotes Deadpool and Wolverine, Part 3, the musical Multiverse. Random characters from other franchises show up, including 𝗪𝗂, a xenomorph, and Pikachu, blurred for legal reasons. He ends it with, "If you're still watching, you clearly need help," or sequels, then explodes into confetti. Deadpool style, the movie ends with a bang and a wink. Tribute to Logan. Wolverine visits a grave that reads, "Here lies Wade, maybe." He lays down a cigar and a katana. "You were a pain in the ass, but a damn good one." He walks away into the snowy woods, finally at peace. Laura watches from afar, holding her own claws tight. A hawk screeches overhead. A new era begins. Cue slow, gritty music and soft fade out. The tease. As credits finish, a black screen flickers. A pixelated figure appears. Deadpool, recoded into the TVA's core system. He winks. 𝗕𝗿𝗄𝗏𝗻𝗄, baby. A multiverse monitor shows the logos for X-Men, Secret Wars, and Deadpool vs. Everyone. Cut to static. Final message appears. Deadpool and Wolverine will return.